Hello again. So we're having fun with communication. I feel like I'm getting a communicator more and more myself. How is interesting. To me, talking about communication and written communication is very important because I really am an introvert person, so I have to learn. Some people are natural, and how lucky you are natural. I congratulate you. You are very lucky. I'm not. I really learned how to communicate verbally, how to talk with people. I really practice. Sometimes I fail, sometimes I not, but it was a learning process. And I think that's also my advantage because I can see and feel the nervousness because I have done before. I have feel it that way. When you're so nervous, how can I do it? I don't know. I don't want to talk with a person. Sometimes I get those moments. Through the years, you get less and less, but sometimes reappear. It's like, I remember like some weeks ago, I just have this attack. I say, relax, you can do it. And then I go and do it. That's because I spend too much time reading and learning techniques about how to do these things. The writing techniques, especially the English written language, for me have been a challenge. Because having a challenge when I write, I'm very careful about using short sentences, be simple, get to the point, all of these things that I am advising you because my luckiness of not being not English being my first language forced me to learn these things because I really need it. I really need to survive. I really needed to understand people. I also needed to make the people understand who am I and try to be successful. So my advice is come really for truly experience nights of crying. Well, not too many nights, but nights of suffering. Okay, I'm not really a crying person. I'm usually happy to go person, very happy. But nights of suffering, yes. Like attention. How can I do this? How can I, And believe me or not, this is a struggle that helps me to teach people. Now, let's talk about blogging. When some of you ask for a blogging, I was like, wow, that's a really good question. You know why it's a really good question? Because blogging is one of the great elements, great tools to actually brand yourself. If you're a good writer, obviously, but if you're not a good writer, also you can do it. Because sometimes I have a blog, I write it and then I ask somebody to proofread it, so it's a nice written and understanding. People can write and understand my blogs. Sometimes I write from the heart and have a little mistakes, but I try not to. That's the reason you have an editor. It's like what you don't see. My advice: never be afraid to ask for a help. If you don't see well, sometimes I cannot read that close. Well, I use my glasses. You use help, and that's what you have to do. Use help. Now let's talk about blogging. When I was preparing this lesson about blogging, I was thinking, I want to know, not because my experience as a blogger, because my blog, I really use it for teaching. My goal blog is to instruct and teach. It's not to make money or be rich. It's just to instruct and teach. And I do my blog in instructional technology, where I discuss my adventures in instructional technology and how much I learn new things, because that's my passion. But then I was thinking, who are the most richest person? Who is the person who makes most money with blogging? I found a great information, and I was thinking, and what topics, what is the topic people actually go and read it? It wasn't my surprise. So the best blogger I would say the best, but the one who makes more money, and this person is Michael Arrington. Michael Arrington is from Silicon Valley, and he makes $800,000 a month just blogging. So what he talks in his blogging is about technology and the new technology changes. He talks about news about technology. They actually, people are followed him because he's so smart and he's so well written, and he likes to predict what will happen with technology. So he's kind of guru in prediction. So that is his magic. His magic is his ability to predict effectively. So his blogging skills are mostly in prediction skills and his knowledge about technology. He spent time of his day walking around and learning about what's new about technology, and then sit down and write. So he actually does his research in technology. So when you do a blogging, think about something that is your passion, and something also think about that you will have to do some research about that in order to people get interested, because people follow you because you're showing knowledge, and that's very important. The second blogger, richest blogger, is a person called Pete Cashmore. He makes $600,000 a month. So what Pete does, he talks about technology as well, but he also talks about social media. Would you believe it? He talked about social media and he talked about a little about entertainment. So he tried to cover 3 areas. And he have a website, blogging site called Mashable. And it's very popular because they have these 3 areas. So it's a little more diverse than Michael. But remember, Michael makes more money. He spent time focused on one topic and doing the research on that. So diversification, that's my other advice. My third advice is fun. So the third richest blogger is somebody who is actually writes about fun things, silly things. And his name is Paris Hilton. Very popular even in the TV. So what he writes is about gossips about artists and actors and people from the TV. Now, why people read this blogger is because it's fun, it's relaxing. You want something like, relax. You really want to write a fun blog. So again, now with this I give you the advices. Follow these millionaires. So we're talking about focus, concentrated, do the research, diversify. So do not focus specific in one thing. That's a little contradictory with the first one. But the first one I think is because he researched. And the third one is fun. You really want to do something fun. Another super blogger is Timothy Skypes. Timothy Skypes. He makes $180,000 per month, but he's not sorry. You know what? Because he makes millions in other section of his life. What he blogs is about he investing. He's a great investor in the stock market. So he writes about his great life and how well he invests and how well he does, and he advises. So he makes 2 or 3 millions doing the investment, and then he makes extra $180,000 per week. Per month. Just talking about what he's doing. You see, that is blogging. He is now he's branding himself. If you notice blogging, people are branding themselves. If you think about Timothy Skypes, you think the expert in what? In the stock exchange. If you think about Paris Hilton, what you will think? You will think fun, something about, he knows about people in the actors and the singers. He knows about them. That's his brand. And he created the brand in what? In knowledge. So knowledge is your brand. And if you talk to the most research blogger, Michael Arrington, what's his brand? Technology. So think about what they're talking. They're actually talking about their expertise. And not only that, they're actually researching that expertise. Now there is a woman, also blogger, so I wanted to do some diverse and finding these rich bloggers. That's Gina Trapani. Gina Trapani, she talks about how to improve things. That's her specialty. All her blogs are about analyzing things and improving things. Remember the words that we read a few minutes ago about the keywords on the 21st century. One is improving and innovation. And you see those bloggers are using those words. He likes to write some things that you make your life easier. That's her blog. How to make your life easier. And I remember that was the second word, imagination, hassle-free. So she's like the hassle-free person. And he makes 110,000 per month. So with this, we'll begin now our blogging. So I give you the examples of what people who are very successful in blogging do, and what words you should be using and thinking. And now let me give you advice how to do a very good blogging.